We are on the top of Matafao in Taʻiʻo, American Samoa. We have 2 Tahiti petrel burrows here. Interestingly enough, one seems to be a prospector digging there, and one is the actual burrow over there. Classic Tahiti petrel burrow. This camera's taking video footage, and this one is taking photos. And thankfully we have chicks in both of them. Also, this burrow down in here, we put a geolocator on the bird, so we'll be able to see hopefully where that bird is going at sea to feed in winter. We're gonna stay here until it gets dark, and the bird's coming in, hopefully. This is the tourist trail that leads up the side of the mountain, and unfortunately we found multiple dead Tahiti petrels. It's been killed by a dog. You can see the extensive damage to the bird's carcass. Sad to see when you're coming up here to look for birds and all we're finding are dead ones, and unfortunately there's multiple more further on down the trail. So let's just go and have a look at them too. It's kind of crazy to think dogs and cats all the way up here, but even at these highest peaks in these most remote areas, this is what we find pretty much in every single camera, is cats and dogs and rats, Norwegian rats, black rats, Polynesian rats. Birds aren't safe anywhere on this island. These ones are particularly tragic. This is either a prospecting pair that we're here preparing to start digging a burrow, or a breeding pair that have been dug out of their burrow, lying side by side. You can see all the extensive damage here. The heads are missing. These are cat kills. The problem for these birds is that they've evolved with no mammalian predators, and they're burrow nesters, and they spend most of the time when they're on the land, they'll be in their burrows in the ground, totally defenseless to predators. Probably the worst ones out here are cats, like everywhere. Cats are responsible for killing seabirds and other birds and native species around the world, particularly on islands. But the dogs are a really big problem here too, and it's crazy to have these dogs all the way up here, but we're getting them on the few burrow cameras that we actually have out. It's really sad to see something like this. Okay, and we've got our last cat kill. I feel like this today, it's been really disheartening to see all of this, but it really does accentuate the issues here, right? You've got a trail, it's a main trail that people are following, and the predators are following it as well, and the birds are just being absolutely hammered. So the only way to really protect them here is to do some sort of predator control, and I think that's going to be the next thing we should really start thinking about up here, because otherwise sites like this are going to become all too familiar, and eventually there'll be no birds left. So we'll stay until it gets dark, and then we'll hopefully see some birds flying around up here and landing safely deeper in the undergrowth.